mean, I'm cooked. I don't have anything else to say.
You're not cooked.
It was a good effort. My name is Amnon. I'm a full-time software engineer, a part-time computer science master's student, and I also happen to love running to the point where in 3 months I'll be running my first ever Chicago Marathon. As a kid, I was a decent runner, but I never really took it seriously. The first road race I participated in was in 9th grade, and that was a 10K local race. After that, I kind of fell in love with the sport, and just whenever there was a local race or cross-country meets or track competitions, my school would send me there. I'm 26 years old now, and in the past 2 years I started taking running more seriously. I got a coach, and I've participated in 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, and even some marathons. Now I'm 12 weeks out from Chicago Marathon, and I plan to go all out this time to see what my potential is. Chicago Marathon will be my 3rd marathon after running Copenhagen Marathon in 2025 and 2026. Leading up to my first marathon in Copenhagen in 2025, I came with the goal of running it at 3 hours and 20 minutes. Unfortunately, I got myself injured a few months before the race. I didn't think it was that serious, but it was a pretty severe plantar fasciitis, which really impacted my training. However, I did not want to give up on the race, especially because it was my first marathon and it was overseas, so I had everything booked. All my friends came to support me, so I decided I'll try and run it anyway. The first half of the race was actually pretty good. I was on pace. I was around 4:44, 4:45 pace, so I was on track to get in that 3 hours and 20-minute goal.
I'm not!
However, around the 23rd kilometer mark, I felt like my feet could not really take it anymore. So I had to drop my pace, and eventually I also started walking. So some kilometers I was walking, some kilometers I was running. I really wanted to show myself that I can finish the race regardless, and especially with all my friends being there, I just felt like there's no way I'm gonna stop now. So I ended up doing what I could, and I finished in a time of 3 hours and 58 minutes. I was pretty disappointed in myself for the first couple of days after the race, because 3:58 was very far from the goal I had set. But then I ended feeling pretty proud of myself anyway, because I remembered all the hard work that I put into this and the fact that I did finish the race. As soon as the registration for the 2026 Copenhagen Marathon opened, I signed up to that. But I had taken the entire summer of 2025 off. I couldn't run. I had to focus on mobility and strength training and recovering from the plantar fasciitis. So I spent a lot of time indoor cycling. I didn't even have a bike, so I was basically just doing it on a trainer. And then around November, I'd say I started running again, slowly but surely. In February, I had a half marathon in Japan, which went pretty well. I even PR'd. I ran it in 1 hour and 35 minutes, and that was around, I'd say, around 3 months before Copenhagen Marathon. So that was a good confidence boost for me. I still didn't feel 100%, so I was super careful and super cautious, and my coach and I agreed that for this Copenhagen Marathon, the one that was now in 2026, it'll just be about running a marathon and actually feeling good, rather than going all out and trying to go for a specific time goal. It was just about showing myself that I can run a full marathon without stopping, without walking, while fueling properly. The longest distance I ran before this year's Copenhagen Marathon was a half marathon. So I had some weeks of around maybe 70 kilometers, but that was the highest I got to. So there was a big question mark whether I can finish this marathon, because you know I came to this marathon with a clear goal of this time I want to do it different. I want to experience it. I want to really feel like I'm running and I'm feeling good. With that in mind, I decided to start with the pacing group of 3 hours and 30 minutes, and just kind of see whenever I feel good, then I'll maybe increase my pace a little bit and try to get in front. And if not, I'll just stay with the pack. My fueling strategy was a lot better coming into this. I took a gel 15 minutes before the race, and then every 20 minutes I took a gel, where some of the gels also had caffeine in them, but that was more towards the end of the race. I kind of built it quite nicely. And I finished that race in 3 hours and 28 minutes, which I was really proud of. That was a 30 minutes PB. I felt like realistically in that race I could have ran around maybe 10 minutes faster, maybe 3:18, 3:17, but I felt good all the way. I even negative split, so I was just happy. And I always kept in mind that this was just a race to gain my confidence back, and Chicago is the real goal.